Why this ambivalence on Afzal Guru? KTS Tulsi, senior advocate. Abdul Rashid is an independent MLA from Srinagar. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Aryaman Sundaram and Meenakshi Lekhi, senior advocate of the Supreme Court and senior lawyer and BJP Mahila Morcha national vice president respectively. Thank you very much. Meenakshi Lekhi, this symbolism is also that of the BJP, isn't it? On every anniversary, you remember this issue. You push the government on the issue. But that's it. Isn't the opposition also ill-served in making the Afzal issue completely political? No, you're saying what else? As in, this commemorative annual remembrance of Afzal.
No, the fact
surely can do more than that.
The fact is, commemorative remembrance is happening. Arnab, the fact is, commemorative remembrance is happening year by year. 11 years have gone past. 6 years the clemency petition is pending.
It's a hollow ritual.
Every year you tell. Now the fact, no, it is exactly the point. When the flowers are brought on and furnished on these occasions, it makes it a hollow ritual, because what law and order and governance needs to do and what Government of India is not doing is precisely what Ms. Sushma Swaraj has said today. Because end of the day, the families who have suffered, the families who have had their loved ones killed, the attack on the parliament, which is a symbol of democracy and the crucible of democracy in this country, and at the same time you can't even deal with an issue of terrorism. Is that the kind of state people of India vote for? Because it is politics. No, Abdul Rashid will admit out of it. Mr. Rashid will admit politics today. Out of it. Well, politicians. The politics has been made by the UPA. Politicians have made politics out of it. No, if you take action, there will be no politics. Well, surely, but then in Kashmir, but then in Jammu and Kashmir, there is a constituency which says that if you take action, if you execute Afzal Guru, there will be political repercussions in our state. Abdul Rashid, are you among those people? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These are Abdul Rashid. Yeah, and they, in any case, even when you don't execute, they have not stopped the attacks on Indian nation.
Abdul Rashid. Homage to those who lost their lives, sir. As a human being, first I treat it my moral duty to pay sympathy with the families of those who lost their lives in the parliament attack, because none other than Kashmiris can feel the pain, because we have lost 80,000 lives at the hands of state actors and non-state actors. So we can really feel the pain. I first really have, so this sympathy does not help, Mr. Rashid. Mr. Rashid, I would request you. Question is concerned. Take a position, don't give lip service, don't pay, sympathy does not help. If you will allow me to speak, then I will try to answer. In Kashmir, what we feel that, yes, of course, Afzal Guru has not got a fair trial. That is one thing. Number two, the judgment says that to satisfy the conscience of the people of the country, he should be hanged. So our to satisfy two things. First, don't misinterpret the judgment. Fair trial. Don't misinterpret the judgment. Please. No. This is not. This is one. Mr. No, don't misinterpret the judgment. I will not allow you, Mr. Rashid, to misinterpret the judgment of the Supreme Court. This is not a bloodthirsty nation, Mr. Rashid, where to satisfy the people of this country he has to be hanged. Please don't misinterpret the judgment. It is a judgment. It is a judgment. If he was a conspirator, then what about Gopal Godse? Mr. Rashid, don't misinterpret a Supreme Court judgment on this channel. In February 2000, that I am still proud of my role which I played in assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. So I will like to say my countrymen that please, for God's sake, don't be overconfident. Take into consideration what will happen in Kashmir. You have hanged Maqbool Bhatt already, and you have seen the outcome. The 80,000 people which lost their lives, though that was because of a what is the outcome you are talking about? Time, we have to take into the mind that it was because of that thing when you handed over Maqbool Bhatt. I want to make one point. Whole of the state burned. I find this so sad. I want to make one point. Meenakshi Lekhi, after Aryaman Sundaram, let's get everyone in, and KTS Tulsi. It's so disappointing. 11 years have passed now. Now there are two responses. One is a hollow 2-minute ritual, 2-minute silence. The Home Minister says, Aryaman Sundaram, I will clear this file, it's only because of the Parliament session. Parliament ends on 21st. Do you think the Home Minister will clear it on 22nd?
Well, there has to be an intent to do it. In the absence of an intent, nothing can be done. Look at the position right here. We have a situation where, as far as all parties go, this is really something which they can each play on. They can each make political capital out of it. The ruling party, of course, is in a position where if they say yes, there will be problems. If they say no, according to them, there could be political repercussions. It all finally becomes a game of politics. A person has been convicted. 11 years have passed since the crime. 7 years have passed since the conviction by the final highest court of the land, and a mercy petition is still pending. It either has to be abysmal negligence, abysmal delay, abysmal abdication of function of the government, or it has to be deliberate.
Well,
either way,
deliberate.
It gives great grist for the political mill.
It's certainly deliberate. And it's certainly political. Even KTS Tulsi will admit, I'm sure tonight, that this has become 100% political. Because after Kasab was hanged, Prithviraj Chavan, KTS Tulsi came out and says, let people judge who is committed to fighting terrorism. There was this muscular display after Kasab was, we are also fighting terrorism. My question is, why does the same commitment, in your view, Mr. Tulsi, not reflect when it comes to taking a tough decision on Afzal Guru?
You see, there was a law in the Supreme Court where they said that if a decision on the mercy petition is not taken within 2 years, then the sentence becomes inexecutable, because it's cruel and inhuman to keep a person on a death row for such a long time. At that time, the governments used to take a decision within 4 months or 5 months. But thereafter, when the Supreme Court relaxed that rule in 2000, 2001, it has been uniform policy of all governments that they go into deep slumber, and they fail to fulfill their constitutional obligation and human rights obligation.
So you defer a decision. So you are saying decision deferred. Hence, if decision deferred, then don't even ask today that he needs to be hanged. This is the standard argument.
Right. Decision deferred, so washed under the carpet.
This is so transparent, Mr. Tulsi. I'm sorry, I'll have to take you on this. Afzal Guru, sentence, if you want the sentence to be carried out, you're going to have to keep those human rights lobbies quiet and those political parties quiet. And I'm sorry to say, those chief ministers quiet to politicize this issue. Because of their pressure, you cannot execute Afzal, you get weak-kneed about it. Then because you delay on it, then people like you will come forth and say, sorry, it delayed too long. Hence, commute the death sentence altogether. Let Afzal Guru live on taxpayer money, be a blot on the sovereignty of the nation forever. We'll swallow that pride, but it got delayed. Who delayed it, Mr. Tulsi? Who got it delayed?
No. What I'm saying is that perhaps the Supreme Court ought not to have relaxed this rule, because when the Supreme Court had the rule of 2 years, all governments were taking a decision within a period of 1 month.
No, they wouldn't have.
Within 6 months. It is perhaps a mistake to have relaxed this rule. As a result of that, the governments have.
Sir, I'm sorry. Sir, I would quote to you
that they have to take a decision.
Mr. Tulsi, September 18, 2009. Let's pick up the case Jagdish versus State of Madhya Pradesh. The court said, we as judges remain largely unaware to the reasons that ultimately bear with the government in taking a decision, either in favor of the prisoner or against him. But whatever the decision, it must be based on sound legal principles. We must, however, say,
that's right,
with the greatest emphasis,
quite right,
that human beings are not chattels and should not be used as pawns in furthering some larger political or government policy.
Quite right.
Those who are not taking a decision on Afzal Guru, Meenakshi Lekhi, are they not doing exactly that?
Yes.
Absolutely. And that's it is from that point the politicization happens. And this is precisely my point. The country has to be won on the issue of terrorism. And when people like, I'm sorry, the gentleman, the MLA from Jammu and Kashmir is making that point that this will happen in Jammu and Kashmir, that will happen. I have a very small point. Has all that stopped in past 7 years? Is that not happening even today? How many more people do you want to be killed? Is Afzal Guru somebody who deserves mercy and clemency? Has he ever even petitioned for clemency?
No,
He's not petitioned. His mother has petitioned. He's never made a point that I am against terrorism. I have faith in constitution of this country. I abide by the laws of this country. I am against Pakistan and I'm against ISI and I have faith in this democracy. He doesn't make
Mr. Rashid wants to respond to you. Allow him to respond. Mr. Rashid is responding to you now, Meenakshi Lekhi. Do listen to him. Yes, Mr. Rashid.
I will like to request Ms. Meenakshi that why is she forgetting when Jaswant Singh ji took Masood Azhar to Kandahar?
Please don't digress. Please don't digress.
No. I will answer. Arnab, allow me to answer. Allow me to answer.
Are you finding only just one Afzal Guru who is a killer in Kashmir? I think there are dozens of Afzal Gurus in Kashmir.
Mr. Rashid.
In police and army.
I will remind you, Mr. Rashid. I will remind you, Mr. Rashid.
Mr. Rashid, I want to remind you.
Mr. Rashid, you asked her, let her respond.
It is for things like IC 814. It is for things like IC 814 that these people should be given death penalty swiftly and not kept in jail because then they blackmail the nation. And you are forgetting. You are forgetting what the present health minister, when his brother-in-law was taken away, when Mehbooba Mufti's sister was taken away. You forget to mention. And it was five terrorists were exchanged.
There's only one solution to this. The only solution to this. The only solution to this. Calm down on both sides, please. Calm down on both sides. Calm down on both sides. The only solution to this, Aryaman Sundaram, will be to carry out the execution. Because, you know, the debate continues till there is no execution. Salman Khurshid says the law which is common to all has been applied in the case of Kasav. Why does the common law not apply in the case of Afzal Guru? How do we take this out of a political debate and put the pressure on the government to follow the law?
Let's not compare unlikes. You know, the whole issue is completely different. Kasav was really an example India was trying to make to the whole world that we are not soft on terrorism. Afzal Guru is a typical example of how our government prevaricates, not this particular government I'm referring to, I say every government prevaricates because every decision is based on what's going to happen in the hustings, what is going to happen, are we going to affect this vote bank or that vote bank. There are three differences between Afzal Guru and Kasav. Number one, Kasav was a member of a country which many people consider inimical to India, and it was an attack by somebody, a foreigner on Indian soil. Two, he was caught red-handed. And since he was caught red-handed, there was never any question about having to prove him guilty except to go through the form of a fair trial.
Sure.
And number three, the contemporary nature of it and the huge public devastation. Perhaps what happened 11 years ago was equally but the public devastation...
But Parliament was attacked. Parliament is the greatest symbol of our society.
Exactly. That is exactly what I'm telling you. Parliament is the greatest... Let me finish, please. Parliament is the greatest symbol, and it is those very parliamentarians who are playing political games and allowing this to drag on. And that is my point. With Kasav, they could not afford to. Nobody could afford to make a political issue because anybody who spoke in his favor will get political brickbats. Whereas some people feel that taking a decision on this Afzal Guru issue is going to affect them in the hustings.
Who are these people?
And who are these people? The politicians. Who are the people who are to make the decisions?
What about the activists? What about certain lobbies? What about certain lobbies?
The lobbies.
What about the lobbies? What about the lobbies in Delhi? Which try to equate inaction against Afzal Guru to some kind of weird political correctness. The same people who refuse to call Maoist terrorists.
Lobbies
what about these lobbies?
Lobbies always exist, but the final decision lies with the President of India on the advice of the Home Ministry of the Government of India. Now, if there's inaction there, the inaction is not due to the lobbyists having filed something. It's because of the inaction of the government not willing to take a risk of taking a decision which could affect them either way.
KTS Tulsi, today you would agree that the argument not to hang Afzal Guru is weak because on many debates before, you and I have disagreed on this, and you've made the point that there is a list. The Prime Minister said in Mumbai on April 14th that there is a list. He said, there is a list. I cannot take Afzal Guru as a case in isolation. It is improper. The Prime Minister of India said that. Now, when you hanged Kasav, you proved that there was no list. So now that the list is disappeared, will you now bring this argument? It's too late. So far there was a list. Now the argument would be, sorry, too much time has passed.
No. I believe that so far as crime and punishment are concerned, politics should be completely kept out.
It's in
the matter of crime and punishment, it is according to the law that the decision must be taken, and only on the basis of relevant considerations.
Sure.
But it is universally recognized that a delay, inordinate delay in carrying out the execution, it is cruel and inhuman. It is recognized by the Supreme Court of India that unless it is carried out expeditiously without any inordinate delay, it becomes unconstitutional.
Meenakshi Lekhi,
because you cannot keep a person. You cannot keep a person on a death row for years. You are killing him every day. It's worse than death.
Mr. Tulsi's argument, which Mr. Tulsi began his statement was, in the beginning itself, that the 2 years period has done away with by the Supreme Court of India. That means the time limitation does not exist. That means the government of India needs to be made answerable. The accountability on part of government of India is missing. The 2-year period is virtually non-existent today. No, it is non-existent today.
It does exist.
And because this government is not acting, okay, if it exists and government of India does not take action, what should be the penalty for such a government? Should a contempt be
all parties in government of India did
because they are not acting on it?
So political parties never get punished, but the person who attacked parliament needs to be punished.
Exactly.
We are putting this question in the public domain. But Meenakshi Lekhi,
for the work he has done.
but Meenakshi Lekhi, don't remember Afzal only when the media picks up the issue or on an anniversary day in a commemorative manner. I think political parties also need to pick things up with consistency, put the pressure. Otherwise, some time from now, there will be the same activists who will say, sorry, it's too late on humanitarian grounds, let him feed off taxpayer money forever. That will be painful for a lot of us. I'm taking a break. I thank you. Mr. Rashid, I'm sorry, completely out of time. I thank you for your participation tonight. This issue on Times Now won't be a once-a-year issue at least. Thank you very much.